Happy Thursday, everybody. For Overtime today, we're going to talk about a topic that came up early in the show. A young man named Tanner from Sioux Falls, South Dakota called, and he seemed to have a certain level of frustration in his voice about breaking into the sports journalism industry.
Clinton, I love this show, man. Your voice resonates through the world, and you have taken this industry by storm. You're awesome, man.
I appreciate that. What's up?
So I want to be doing what you do for the NBA. And with me living in Sioux Falls and going to USD, being a delivery driver, I just feel like it's not possible when I'm in such a small local area. But I know I'll have to get up to a higher,
level.
I don't
I
know,
understand.
Michigan State, like all those. What's that?
I said, I understand. Go on.
So what I'm coming on here to say is I'm upset, man. I'm posting articles. I'm writing pieces on Josh Allen, Tyler Hero. I'm posting one about the Super Bowl soon, who absolutely no one reads. I don't have the following yet at all on Twitter. My Twitter handle is TJ_Ploost23.
First of all, this industry is changing so much. The idea of journalists, content creators, and influencers all kind of being in the same pot makes it a very difficult sort of road to hoe when it comes to picking what you want to be. He was very focused on the concept of exposure. He seemed to believe that what he was writing about wasn't getting enough traction for what he wanted for his own levels of validation, which is completely normal at that age to be wanting that. Don't get me wrong. But there's a thing about the craft of journalism that I think is forgotten. I started in college where I was covering Mid-American Conference sports in Oxford, Ohio. You got to understand, sitting out at softball games, volleyball games, soccer games, things that people are not attending outside of family and friends as crowds, that helped me hone my craft so that by the time I got up to things like bigger time football games, bigger time basketball games, never mind anything having to do with the pros, I knew what I was doing based on the craft, not just the subject. So for all of you young journalists out there, I said this to him and I'll say this to you. Master your local place first and then grow properly. You don't want to skip the steps because if you do end up skipping a step and you're in a position where you have to do something that you haven't actually worked on, then you put yourself in a position where you embarrass not only yourself, but your teammates as well. And that's not what you want. Overtime, kiddos. ESPN 710.